Good morning, everyone. Yes, I am glad to see you all this morning. Delighted to see you all here this morning at the Center of Peace, joining us for our Sunday morning celebration. My name is Twana Malone. I'm the senior minister here at the Center of Peace, and my pronouns are she, her, and they. I want to welcome everybody this morning. I need to get in the practice of saying welcome to our online people who are joining us on Facebook and our YouTube channel. We want you to know that we want you to participate and be a part of our Sunday morning celebration and our experience. So welcome. This morning, we have a wonderful service in store. We have our licensed professional practitioners assisting us in our service this morning. Leading us in this morning in our meditation is our Practitioner 2 student, Pamela Bottoms, leading us this morning in the ringing of our chakra bowl, giving us all an opportunity to bring our attention and our awareness into this moment is Cynthia Banks. Leading us this morning in our treatment, our affirmative prayer, is Marilyn Watkins. Leading us this morning, doing double duties in our selected and sacred readings this morning is Marilyn Watkins. Holding consciousness for us this morning is Mara Davis, who is in another state. She is in quiet repose and knowing the truth about our time this morning unfolding in a wonderful way. Music today is being sung forth through Miss Marcy Francis and friends, and we are glad about it. And greeting all who walk into the space this morning is Linda Singleton. On the ones and twos, we have Al and we have Vern. I think that we are all set. So let us then just take this moment, this perfect moment, this moment that is sweet, this moment that is still sweet, this still sweet moment, to become present to the presence itself. Pamela?
Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning. As we just settle ourselves down and we can just close our eyes, or if you like to keep them open, it's okay. And as we're sitting in this space right now, I just ask that, just inhale and exhale, and that this is a meditation of just a guided meditation into the stillness of presence. So just fix our minds into being in that space. As we begin, just inhale and exhale. Take another deep breath. Inhale. And just exhale. As you continue to inhale and exhale, rest in the breath. As you rest in this breath, release all tension from the body and the mind. And just continue to inhale and exhale. As you relax and rest into the breath, go deeper within. And as you go deeper within, feel the presence of the source. Feel its energy through every part of your body and mind. Feel this presence. Feel this source. Continue to rest in the breath and feel the stillness of presence. Feel the expansion of this stillness. Feel the expansion of emptiness. As you're feeling this expansion, let everything within and go. Just let it go. And surrender to this stillness of peace. Now slowly bring yourself back into this space, into your body. Slowly open your eyes, knowing the peace is all there is. And so it is.
Acknowledging and recognizing spirit. That presence, that power, that intelligence that underlies all of reality, for it is reality expressing as itself. Recognizing that presence that is everywhere. There is no place where spirit is not. In the far reaches of the galaxy, in the far reaches of the universe, and right here in the center of peace, spirit is present. I am knowing that this divine power of spirit is boundless. It has no limits. It is invincible. There is nothing that can stop it or hold it back or curtail it in any way. And I am knowing that this intelligence, this infinite wisdom, this infinite mind knows all things. And out of itself, out of its own self-contemplation, it creates and brings worlds and everything into being. And so I am knowing that I am one with this presence. I am one with this power, one with this divine mind, one with this infinite creativity. And I am knowing the same for each and every one here, that we are all one in spirit, all one expressing as the one. And so I speak my word for myself, and I speak my word for everyone here. I am knowing that no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing, that the presence is with me. I am knowing that as I go about my daily life, as I experience the trials, the tribulations of human experience, that spirit is present. And I align my thoughts and my consciousness with this presence. And I feel the power of it in the essence, in the quiet, in the stillness of my soul. I know that it will never leave me and it will never forsake me. And so there is no need for worry. There's no need for my heart to be troubled and no need for me to fear. My realization that I am one with this presence. I trust it. I have faith in it. I have conviction in it. And it is the North Star of my life. And so I am knowing that as challenges come up, that there is a power in me, in the secret place of my soul, in the heart of my being, that enables me through spiritual practices, through spiritual laws, through spiritual principle, to step up and step beyond, to do that which is of me to do, to manifest the highest and the best. And so I am knowing that as I pray, as I meditate, as I contemplate, as I sit in the silence, I experience the richness, the overflowing of divine ideas. I know that the right people, the right places come. And I feel the peace that comes from the understanding that Spirit is present and I am one with it always. And so I am grateful today for this moment, for us coming together in unity, in spiritual communion, coming together to recognize the divinity in each other and the divinity in ourselves. Thankful for our beloved Reverend Tawana, who showers her love, who showers her care on us, who has dedicated herself to our spiritual growth and evolution. So grateful for the warmth of the greeters, for the technological expertise of those in the technology for our program. So grateful for our marvelous, majestic musicians and the way their music fires up our spirit. So grateful for every word that is spoken, for every consciousness here, for the purpose of acknowledging Spirit in our oneness. And so I am so, so very grateful as I release these words into the law, knowing that it is done. And together we say, and so it is.
Wow. I mean, Marilyn done did the invocation, the benediction, the message. She done hugged us. She done healed us. We know we whole. Yeah. Thank you, Pamela, for leading us in our meditation. I mean, Pamela set it off. Whoa. Woo. Yeah. The vision and the mission. The vision and the mission. That's where we are. Join me as we affirm together this realized vision of ours in our lifetime. You can find it by downloading the QR code. This is in the card that's in the back of your chairs, and it's also to my right here. Maybe you know it by heart. Our vision: a loving and peaceful world where all of humanity is honored as the divinity within is experienced. And our mission: The Center of Peace is a loving, inclusive, and vibrant community that utilizes and demonstrates spiritual principles and practices to cultivate powerful individuals who together create peace throughout the world. And so it is. And now I'd like to invite you all to please stand and join us as we prepare to sing our congregational song, I Am One. If you're unfamiliar with the song, you can find the lyrics to the song in the back of your chairs. Our congregational song was written by our licensed retired practitioner, Bayless Webb. I think we're ready.
I'm one with Spirit, the Holy Spirit, and it dwells inside of me. This perfect Spirit, pure loving Spirit, rests in everything I see. God walks beside me, protects and guides me. It's ever with me wherever I go. I trust its power, God's healing power. Its love surrounds me, and this I know. I live in spirit, I breathe in spirit. It lives within me, and so a spirit, I think a spirit, its life is my life, I know. God's life is my life, I know. God's life is my life, I know.
So let us not miss out on this perfect opportunity to glance around the room, letting our eyes fall just where they may, as we welcome each other this morning into our sanctuary. Yeah, welcome. You may be seated. Here at the Center of Peace, we are an open and affirming community. All are welcome here at the Center of Peace. And if this is your first time here at the Center of Peace, celebrating life and celebrating love with us, we'd love to be able to take this moment out to acknowledge you. If you're comfortable and would stand, we would love for you to stand so we can welcome you. Oh, no problem. Okay. Center of Peace, won't you join me as we allow love to express flowing from our heart as an extension through our hands as we say, welcome to the Center of Peace.
Welcome to the Center of Peace.
We know who you really and truly are.
We know who you really and truly are.
A unique and divine expression of God itself. Truly perfect in every way.
Truly perfect in every way.
We honor you, and we welcome you. Welcome to the Center of Peace. Yeah, you may be seated. Yeah. So please do, after service, make sure you find your way to our visitor and let him know he's welcome here anytime. Yeah. All right. So we're ready for announcements. Zuma, would you like to come up and talk about your upcoming class?
Morning, family. You've heard it before, you'll hear it again. For 5 weeks, beginning Wednesday, April 9th from 6:30 to 8:30, practitioners Jane Cloherty and I will facilitate the mental equivalent class. Along with us, leap into a state of true potential by activating the powerful law of mental equivalence. For every formed thing in the universe, there is a corresponding mental image. Discover how to measure and expand thinking to create a larger mental image so your greatest desires may be demonstrated. This investment in your spiritual growth is only $240. And I say only, I've read this book. I've read the curriculum. Psh, only $240. The only required book, the only required reading is the short book titled The Mental Equivalent by Emmett Fox. For more information, you can talk to me anytime later today. And I'm complete.
Thank you, Zuma. So I want to remind everybody that we are having our annual meeting April 6th. That's 2 Sundays from now. We want to make sure that everybody is here to participate. We will be giving you all updates about our care circles, our goals, our initiatives, what we'll be up to in the year of 2025. And we also have some business to take care of. We have some voting to do. There's 2 open board seats, and we have Marie Amy Taylor, who's running for a second time, and we have Susan Saunders, who will be running for a first time to join our board. So we do have some business to take care of, and our bylaws state that we've got to have some fun. So we'll have a little bit of fun, too. April 6th. So please do plan on joining us, plan on being here. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful day. I want to remind you that today after service, we will be engaged in our practice of visioning together. There is an opportunity for the community to come together to be moved by vision into what our next journey together might be, what it could look like, what it could feel like. So if you are interested in participating in that, you're free to join us. We'll be back in the children and youth area. And if you're online, you can join us as well. There is a link to join us, and we'll have our Zoom cameras up so that you can join us as well. I want to talk a little bit about Beyond the Four Walls. We do have another Coffee with the Rev coming up April 2nd at 10 a.m. at Uncle Bobby's. You do have to RSVP. Coffee with the Rev is just an opportunity for us to be together, you and me and a few other people. It's quite intimate. We have some coffee, some tea, whatever you want, and talk about whatever it is that you'd like to talk about. It's a good time. I really enjoy the opportunity to get to spend with the congregants and to get to know you and to have you get to know me. So if you can't make it April the 2nd, you can join me May 3rd. And on May 3rd, Coffee with the Rev will be at Sweet Java Cafe. That's on Ridge Avenue. So if you live over that area, you want to join me, you do have to RSVP for both times. So please do. I look forward to spending time with you all. There are other Beyond the Four Walls initiatives in play. We do have some beach dates. If you're one of the ones who'd like to join us when we go to the beach, the dates have been set, and you can see it in our newsletter. And we do have another play, I believe, that we are getting ready to announce soon. So stay tuned for that. I think that is all of the announcements and our usual reminders. If you're having beverages in the sanctuary, please make sure you put a lid on your beverage. Don't leave your trash behind. We want to keep our sanctuary nice and clean. You can get on our mailing list by downloading the QR code in the back of your chair. The center piece, it'll take you right to an area where you can join our mailing list. Check out our website for more information about our events and classes. Like us, follow us, and subscribe on all our social media platforms. And as always, after service, our practitioners are ready to join you in prayer. So I think with that, we are done with our announcements. Now, this morning, we have what we call a belief in action. It is where we invite our congregants to come forward and to share their demonstrations, to share with each other how the spiritual principles has manifested in a way that they can see clearly the spiritual principle operating in their life. Anybody can do a belief in action, and it is an important part of our Sunday service. It's important that we share with each other how the principles are working. It's important that we share with each other how we understand the principles and just where our practices are leading us. So if you'd like to do a belief in action, it happens every second and fourth Sunday. You can let Callista know. She'll give you all the details. You have about 3 minutes to get up here and say what it is you'd like to say, starting with the sharing of a spiritual principle. And so this morning, we have Will, who is going to be doing a belief in action. Go on, Will.
I love everybody here. Just all of you. all of you touch my heart so much. I'm so grateful for all of you. The principle that is used is principle number 4. We believe that heaven is within us and that we experience it to the degree we become conscious of it. And the spiritual principles as it applies to science of mind is the law of correspondence, law of creativity, law of attraction, and the law of circulation. The interpretation is heaven on earth, heaven and hell, and my experience of them is a state of mind. It is done unto me as I believe, and there is nothing outside of me controlling my life. My life is a result of my thinking. It is done to me as I believe. And if you would like to further take a look at that, it is done to me as I believe, I would support you in seeing in the New Testament, Mark 9th chapter, the 20th verse to the 24th verse, where Jesus lets this gentleman know who's in need of healing. It's done unto you as you believe. And I'm sure it's just like Reverend coming up here and say, change your thinking, change your world. It's like just dropping a bomb on people who aren't aware of that. Okay, in my life, this took place. I was on my way to pick up my dear sister Marcy during the week we were going to rehearse. And I live in New Jersey. And I was on my way to pick her up. And what I had to do every day to start my day, I had to take my car to Wawa. I had to pump up my tire with the air pump and then be on my merry way. Well, this morning I went to Wawa and the pump was down. You know, I looked at my watch. I said, I need to be with Miss Marcy. You know, I looked at the other pump. The pump was down. My tire was down. And there was no money in the checking account. Okay, so I said, I'm like, okay, Lord, what's the joke here? What am I supposed to do? And I just felt Spirit say, just go to the tire shop. Where's the money? How are we going to do this? You know, there was nobody to call. There was nobody to get money from. There was nobody to do anything with. So I went. And I'm sitting there, and I was sitting there for over an hour. I'm reading some of my spiritual books and saying to the Lord, how are we going to do this? You know? And so about after an hour of waiting, the gentleman came to me, and he said, your car's ready. I said, well, okay. He said, you go to church, don't you? I said, wait a minute. I said, what did I do to let that cat out of the bag? He said, I know you go to church. Where do you go to church? I said, well, you know, I go to several churches. I said, I fellowship with a church in Philadelphia called Center of Peace. And I said, it's great fellowship there. Folks are very loving, very supportive. He said, well, I know you did. I know you went to church because in the hour that you were waiting, I looked at you, and where you were sitting, it seemed like it was just peace. You were just sitting in a center of peace. I said, well, look, brother, I said, I am so grateful for you realizing that. I said, you're welcome to come fellowship with us any Sunday you would like to. He said, well, I'm going to take care of you. That brother not only gave me 2 tires for half price, but he gave me a $100 oil change for free. I said, nothing but God. Nothing but an example of God working. So I invite you to just, as I need to invite myself, I'm here with you all because I love you all, you love me, and you support me in practicing. Because that's what I need to do. I need to practice. Because when I practice, it works. It's like any other principle. If I don't practice, guess what? Exactly. But when I practice, and you all support me in practicing, you love me enough, so I love myself enough, so I can practice. And the more I practice, the more I'm aware of God working in not just my life, but in the lives of all those who are around me, and they can see God working. Thank you, and God bless you.
Let's raise our hands up high. Oh, let's breathe in. Ooh. Say thank you for this day. I'm so grateful for this day. Put your hand over your heart. Say I love myself so much. I think this song is matching with whatever's going on here. This is a song, actually, we were rehearsing with Sheila and them, and he started playing an old song, If I Can Help Somebody. You all familiar? Is that okay? If I can help somebody? Yes. Together. I'm dedicating this to my mom. This is to mom time. My mom passed as well. If I can help somebody as I travel along. If I can help somebody with a word or a song. Oh, if I can help somebody from doing wrong, then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. Oh, no, my living, ooh, shall not be in vain. If I can help somebody, ooh, as I'm singing this song, then my living shall not be in vain. Oh, then my living shall not be in vain. Oh, my living shall not be in vain. If I can help somebody as I travel on, then my living, I said my living, shall not be in vain. Oh, shall not be in vain. Peace. Thank you. Bless you. Thanks, Will and Nate.
Thank you. That was beautiful. My living shall not be in vain. Okay, please stand and repeat the affirmation after me. I am aligned with the wisdom of my higher self. Embracing each step with confidence and peace. I surrender to the process. Knowing that everything is happening for my growth and highest good. My mind is one with the universe. and I trust that everything always works out for me. And so it is. You may be seated. The reading today is taken from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo, pages 237 to 238, learning how to float. When we stop struggling, we float. When first learning how to swim, I didn't trust the deep. No matter how many assuring voices I heard from shore, I strained and flapped to keep my chin above the surface. It exhausted me, and only when exhausted did I relax enough to immerse myself to the point that I could feel the cradle of the deep keep me afloat. I've come to understand that this is the struggle we all replay between doubt and faith. When thrust into any situation over our head, our reflex is to fight with all our might. The terrible feeling that we are sinking. Yet the more we resist, the more we feel our own weight and wear ourselves out. At times like this, I remember learning to float. Mysteriously, it required letting almost all of me rest below the surface before the deep would hold me up. It seems to me almost 40 years later that the practice of finding our faith is very much like that. We need to rest enough of ourselves below the surface of things until we find ourselves upheld. This is very hard to do. But the essence of trust is believing you will be held up if you let go. And though we can practice relaxing our fear and meeting the deep, there is no real way to prepare for letting go other than just to let go. Once immersed, once below the surface, it is not by chance that things slow down, go clear, feel weightless. Perhaps faith is nothing more than taking the risk to rest below the surface. That we can't stay there only affirms that we must choose the deep again and again in order to live fully. That we must move through the sense of sinking before being upheld is what trusting the universe is all about. And so it is. The affirmation and the reading was submitted by Rita Naylor. And so it is.
How's everybody feeling? You good? Well, this is a song, what we're all doing is a prosperity chant. You ever heard the prosperity chant? By Karen Drucker. Center of Peace, we're all ready for the prosperity chant. Can y'all say yes? Hey! What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? Prosperity, I claim it. Abundance, it is mine. Love flows through me. I feel joy all the time. I can have it, you deserve it. I claim it, it is mine. I can have it, I deserve it. I am it, it is mine. Woo! Peace fills my heart. I surrender. Say, I surrender. I surrender. Woo! Come on, boy. Health is my birthright. Passion helps me to sing. Woo! I can have it, I deserve it, I claim it, it is mine. I can have it, I claim it, I deserve it, it's my time. Come on, Jam Will. Anything I want, anything I desire, anything that brings me to my highest good, anything I want, anything I desire, anything that brings me to my highest good, I release and I let go. I accept what is mine. I can have it, what I want. I let the Spirit direct my flow. Life is good. Life is fun. Life is great. My song is done.
Thank you, Marcy, Will, and Nate. Can we give them another round of applause? Yes, thank you, thank you. So, this morning then, we are continuing on with our theme for the year, a day at a time, oneness. Yeah, we got some background music going on. And our theme for the month, trusting. And as always, just a few spiritual principles to get us anchored this morning. I'm reading from Ernest Holmes and What We Believe. You can do a search online if you'd like to have a copy of the principles. We also have a copy of the principles on our website, and if you are one of our members, if you subscribe to our newsletter, you can also get a copy of the spiritual principles that we like to work from on Sundays and every day. So this morning we are starting with spiritual principle number 1, and it states, we believe in God, the living spirit, almighty one, indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. We believe this one manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. Spiritual principle number 2, we believe in the individualization of the Spirit in us, and that all people are individualizations of the one Spirit. Spiritual principle number 3, we believe in the eternality, the immortality, and the continuity of the individual soul forever and ever expanding. And finally, spiritual principle number 4, we believe that heaven is within us and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. I'm adding one more principle this morning, spiritual principle number 5. We believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete freedom from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. Our goal is not heaven. Our goal is freedom. Our goal is not heaven. Our goal is freedom. Now, I'm well aware for the last 2-3 weeks now that I've stood up here stating our call to live like rather than to act like who we really and truly are. To live like who we say we are, who we really and truly are. That the last few Sundays I've stood up here and I have suggested that we discipline ourselves to such a degree that we are less, that there is within us less and less of a desire to react to things that's going on in the world, less and less of a desire for us to react to things that's going on in these United States, less and less of a desire within us to even, or probably greater than any of the above two, to anything that's going on in our own lives. Less and less a desire to react. And so I know it's no small thing. And I know it can be challenging and difficult for us to believe that I in the midst of me is mighty. And it's easy for us to forget that heaven is within. It's easy for us to forget that. And so, spiritually speaking then, to suggest that this is what we do at this time, to acknowledge the power and the presence that is within us, and to acknowledge the power that we have to create, to stand up here spiritually speaking to suggest this, indeed, this is the very thing that we should be doing. This is the time for us to get real clear about who we really and truly are. This is the time for us to get clear about our power to create. And I'm saying it as if we are in a, we find ourselves in a moment of time that this is true. Well, this is always true. It's always true. And I know to stand up here and say that, though, for many of us, it can feel like a stretch. A real stretch that's what we should be doing. Yeah, this is what we should be doing. Because I know some of us are at the point, or we can get to the point, where we've had enough. And what we're suggesting, that ain't gonna get it. You know what I mean? Where we're at our wits' end. We're at, wow, we can't believe that that's happening. You know what I mean? We have one of those moments. I can't believe this is happening. I really can't believe that this is happening. So we're at one of those moments. Perhaps in these times of divisiveness and these times where we all seem to take a side, and there is lots of separation, and there is the media flooding its information, and you can be in it or not be in it, but it's everywhere. So in these times, these are the things that we're called to do, because remember, our goal is not heaven, our goal is freedom. Our goal is freedom. And the freedom that we're talking about, Dr. Howard Thurman, he says that, and he reminds us that freedom then is a discipline. Freedom is a discipline. It is a discipline of the mind, and it is a discipline of our emotions. And if your mind, if you are not disciplining your mind, and if you are not disciplining your emotions, then you are delusional. You are delusional. You think you have freedom, but you don't. Our goal is freedom. Our goal is freedom. So it can appear and feel like there's little time for us today to create the life that we desire. And if we could peer into each other's minds, we might prove what Dr. Howard Thurman said, that there really is little discipline of the mind, and there really is little discipline of our emotions. We got a whole lot going on. If we could peer, but thank God that we can't. So Ernest Holmes says it like this, that when things happen that we thought would never happen, that we might be moved into mental conflict. There is no discipline of mind, and there is no discipline of emotion. It's mental conflict. And he says mental conflict leads to confusion. Mental conflict causes confusion. And so the one who is confused believes that that everything outside of him or everything outside of her has power over them. If you're confused, if you're delusional, you think everything outside of you, everything that they say, everything that's on the TV, everything that we see outside of ourselves, we can start to give it the power instead of remembering that we have the power. We have the power. When we are stuck in a state of thinking that what's outside of us has power over us, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, he says something like this, that it might lead us to bitterness. And he says that bitterness and blindness goes together. So not only are you bitter about what's going on out in the world, you are blind. Blind to what? Blind to see that you have the power. Bitterness and blindness go together. If you are confused and bitter, if you are delusional, if you are confused and bitter, if you are delusional and you can't see, of course you're going to think you only have a small and a limited options to choose from. Your choices are limited. In that state, we are not living from the infinite. At best, if you're confused, if you're delusional, if you're bitter, if you're blind, at best, you can only see one way to do things. You only got one choice. But trusting calls on us to be open to seeing that there's always more than one way. Trusting calls on us to be willing to live from the infinite. Trusting reminds us that there's always more going on that meets the eye. There are many choices that we can make. There's many choices that we can make. And there's just as many reasons to support the choices that we make. However, where we choose from is what matters. You can either choose from fear or you can choose from a place of love. You got a whole lot of choices, and you got a whole lot of reasons to support what you choose. But you only got one place to choose from. Where you choose from matters. You can choose from fear or you can choose from love. One opens us up to the infinite, and one contracts us into believing we only have one choice to make. Ernest Holmes reminds us in his book, though, Living the Science of Mind, that you have dominion. I think it was Dr. Martin Luther King who said something like, we become our own emancipation proclamation. You have the power. You have dominion. I have dominion. You got the power, even though it might feel like you don't have the power. You're in control, even though it might seem like you're not in control, even though it might feel like we're not in control. Here's what Ernest Holmes says in his book, Living the Science of Mind, on page 169, from the reading title, You Have Dominion. He says, with an understanding of this science, fear should disappear. And with direct application of this principle to your problems, you will discover that they will begin to seem less insistent. He says, know that good is omnipotent. Know that the truth instantly, effectively, and permanently destroys every fear and every effect of fear. Know that you are governed by infinite intelligence. Know that you are directed by divine guidance and that you are compelled to think and act constructively. Therefore, you may know that everything you do, say, or think carries with it a divine authority. He says, freedom already exists, but your freedom is in your own thought. Hence, it is not enough to say, God is free, which of course is a true statement, but this statement must be made personal. The freedom of God is my freedom. The power of God is my power. The presence of God is in me. The mind of God is my mind. The strength of God is my strength. And the joy of God is my joy. Is my joy. Trusting is living like you have dominion. Ernest Holmes said that fear should dissipate, lessen. No, let us declare today, when we live like we have dominion, that fear will dissipate, that confusion will dissipate, that blindness will disappear, and that the infinite will open up to us, that we'll begin to see a way out of no way. We'll begin to see that there's more than one way to see and to perceive, to be open to God's infinite ideas. So where you choose to come from matters. You can choose to respond from a place of fear, or you can choose to respond from a place of love. The thing is, though, is that sometimes when we choose from a place of fear, it can feel very, very, very much like we're choosing from a place of love. The man said, you're delusional. Pay attention to where your choosing is coming from. Pay attention to where your choosing is coming from. Our goal is freedom. You know that it's coming from fear because you feel like and you think this is my only choice. I can't believe they did this. This is my only choice. I'm in fear. You're in fear. I can't believe this is happening. This is my only choice. Fear. We're in fear because trusting transcends the moment. Maybe in the moment you feel like there's nothing you can do. Maybe in the moment you feel that way, but trusting transcends the moment. It's not that it's the only thing that you can think to do. No, you're confused. I'm confused in that moment. You're confused. Confusion and delusion, the problem with it is that it then leads us to despair. You know what I'm saying? Where you think, where you then find yourself with the attitude of, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And there is a real distinction to be made living our life from a place of I don't care versus living our lives in a place of being able to see that this too has no power over me. In seeing the delusion in it, in seeing the no power in it. Let us not be confused or blind. Let us see it for what it is, and let us declare and decree the power and the presence of God in us. When we can only see, when we're in a place of despair, I don't care, you are confused. You're confused, and you have forgotten that you have dominion. You have dominion. You are in control. We have the power. You got the power. You're in control. You're in control. We have dominion. We are in control. We are in control. You are in control. You have dominion. You have power. You're in control of all situations, whatever it may be. You have dominion. You are in control. But our situation can't change. It won't change if we don't choose from love. If we are only choosing from a place of fear, nothing is going to change. It's not that nothing is going to change. It can't. It's just fear breeding more fear. It can't change. And I'm not talking about just a sentimental kind of love, a place that we choose from. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a love that is full of power, not a love that is full of sentiment. I'm talking about a love that is full of power, a love that is empowering, not a love that is full of sentiment, so that you can begin to see the no power in the thing that you think has power over you. So that we can move to a place of affirming that this situation has no power over me. And as Ernest Holmes says, then we can affirm and know that God dominates my whole life. God dominates my whole experience. God dominates my whole life. As I was thinking about the message today, an old hymn came to mind, and I remember it a little bit. It says something like this: take my hand, Lord, take my hand. I'm standing at the bottom of the mountain, Lord, take my hand. I'm talking about something like this. You got the power. Sometimes these messages don't get real clear until I'm almost out my way out the door to get here. This morning I was in the shower, and I was, before I could even get out of the shower, my phone rang. We have somebody over at the house doing some stuff at the house. And so I didn't answer the phone, but I saw he had sent me a text. And his text said, you know, it had like an emergency sign: come downstairs immediately. So I get out the shower, and I'm looking at my phone, I'm looking at the time, and then I hear Michelle from in the background saying, What is he saying? What is he saying? And I'm looking at the time, I'm looking at the watch, and he's saying, come down here now. So I get myself dried off. I get myself ready to go and put my clothes on, and I leave my office door open. I go back into my office, and the cat is in my office. Well, I have plants in my office, and when the cat is ready for a snack, he pushes the plants on the floor. So I saw him dash into my office. I said, he's going to get the plant. So I run my naked self back out to get him out of my office so that he doesn't throw the plant off. And then I get myself lotioned up and I put my clothes on. Well, my pants is feeling a little too tight and my jacket is feeling a little too tight. So I just started saying, precious Lord, take my hand, take my hand, Lord, take my hand. Freedom is a discipline. Your mind and your emotions come under your own dominion. You got control. I got control. I got the power. Heaven is not our goal. Freedom is. Practitioners? Won't you join me as we further anchor ourselves in this wonderful, glorious, beautiful, magnificent day, this time that we've had together. Let us in this moment just acknowledge the great power and the presence that's never in absence, that is at the very center of our lives, that is at the center of peace, that we are there with it, that we can never be separate and apart from it. We are of it. We are it. And then declaring this, then I know that we are so unified with it in our hearts and in our minds, that there is nothing outside of us that can have any power over us, because there is only one and there is no other. I affirm for you as I affirm for myself, this day, we are not confused, nor are we delusional. But this day, I declare for you, as I declare for myself, a strong desire to be moved into a place and observe in my own mind and my emotions, affirming and knowing that I am in control of my own emotions and my own mind and how I feel. Nothing outside of me, no one outside of me, them, nothing has control, nothing has power over me. Let us today declare and decree our dominion. Let us know that we are in control and that we have the power no matter what is going on in our lives. As I know this truth for myself, I know it for you. I'm always open and available to the infinite. No longer am I choosing from a place of fear, but let me always be willing to choose from a place of love, because it matters where I choose from. Let us all let everything go and get to choosing and get to creating the life that we desire, trusting that this living in a new way, that it transcends the moment, that it takes us out into discovering truly, truly, truly who we really and truly are, and that we are forever and ever becoming more and more of who we are. And nevertheless, I'm grateful to be able to speak these words this morning. I'm grateful to be able to know them as the truth, Not absolute truth, but the truth in this moment that is setting us free, and that this truth is becoming more, and we are open to it all the more. I'm grateful for this. Let us all then be moved into gathering all that this day, our time together, has offered us as we take it in, making it our own, embodying it, affirming it to be so. Let us know all the words and the songs, the hugs, the eye glances, that it is more than enough. It's more than enough. It's more than enough. Let us just come together in agreement then by saying, and so it is.
Anointed me with your spirit, and you anointed me with your love. And you cast away all these chains. You set my spirit free. You anointed me. You supply all that I need, and you show me that it's all inside of me. Yeah. All the love, all the power, and all the peace is there for me to see. You anointed me. You anointed me by giving me peace now. You anointed me by giving me hope. You anointed me by giving me time to learn to love, and time to learn what I know I can be. You anointed me. Yes. Flowing like a river, running free. Your spirit lives inside of me, and it's taken me to places that I never thought I'd see. You anointed me.
And so it is, and so it is. Yes. So as our practitioners take their seats, I would like to call our practitioner ushers forward. As we move into a time of giving and sharing, our times of tithes and offerings here at the Center of Peace, let us take this moment just to acknowledge those who give online, those who are giving online, those who have already given. Let us bring it all into the storehouse as we turn in for a moment of prayer. Let us here in this moment just settle into knowing that we are ever one with the infinite giving of life itself, to itself, through itself, and as itself in every way. Therefore, we can never outgive the giver. It is inexhaustible because it is infinite. There is always, always awaiting us the very thing that we desire and need. So let us just open up our hearts in joy as we come together to give this morning, knowing that everything, every cent that we receive, that it moves the center of peace out, and creating a safer space and an even more sacred place so that our lighthouse might continue to shine for all who might be desiring to be free might find their way to freedom, might find their way to a cleared up mind, to a mind that we spend time with, that we are emotionally sound and mentally sound. I'm grateful for that. And I know that just as all we receive blesses us, that the giver too is blessed 1,000,000 times fold. It can be no other way. Truly, it can be no other way. So for every cent that we receive, I give thanks. Truly, I do give thanks. And so it is.
Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your blessings. Your guidance is wise indeed. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your blessings. Your lessons live on in me. Ooh, thank you, thank you, thank you. 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 Ooh, thank you. Thank you for your blessing. Thank you for your blessing. Your guidance is wise indeed. Thank you for your blessing. Thank you for your blessing. Your lessons live on in me.
And so it is. And so it is. Yes, thank you. All right. We've made our way to the end of our service this morning. Won't you all please stand and join me as we prepare ourselves to sing our closing song. You can find the lyrics to our closing song in the back of your chairs as our choir comes forward to lead us in the singing of our closing song. I want to remind you that after service, our licensed practitioners stand ready to join you in prayer. They have on the purple stoles, and they are easily identified. To my left, on the other side of the partition, there is a box. If you'd like to write out your request for prayer, you can write it out, and the practitioners will get it out of the box and be in contact with you to let you know that they are praying for you. So I think with that, we are all set and ready to go.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all by myself.
Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. Ooh.
Now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling just to make it just another day,
You have got to let it go.
got to let it go.
Let it go,
Got to let it go.
And this
Is what you have to say. I release and I let it go. I let the Spirit run let it go. My heart is open wide. I'm only here for
Yes, I'm only here for God. And so, as we journey on throughout our week, let me remind you, you have dominion. Heaven is not our goal. Freedom is. And so it is.
Sometimes I forget that all my needs are met. And then I fall asleep thinking things I don't believe until I wake up in gratefulness, counting all the ways I'm blessed, that all my needs are met. There were times I recall when I couldn't see the light of day, but somehow sweet spirit made a way out of no way, and that is why I testify. No matter how dark it gets, oh, that all I need are met. I could not have come this far without the everlasting arm, my shelter from the cold. I'm so grateful that I know there were times when I thought I couldn't make it through another day. Somehow, sweet spirit made a way out of no way. I saw the light, I testify. No matter how dark it gets, oh, that all I need are made.
Well, I could not have come this far without the everlasting arm, my shelter from the cold. I'm so grateful now that I know.
'Cause there were times when I thought I couldn't make it through another day. Somehow, sweet spirit made a way out of no way, and that is why I testify. No matter how dark it gets, oh, that all I need are met. All I need to do